friends! So today I'm going to be doing my January wrap-up. Yay! This month was kind of, I don't know, it was an okay reading month for me. I've definitely done better, but I've definitely done worse too. During this month my school actually also changed semesters, so we changed classes. And on top of that, we had finals. So there wasn't a lot of time for reading, but I mean, I don't know. I think I did pretty good with the time I got. The first book I read this month was The Shadowed World by Amie, Kaufman, and Megan Spooner. Yay! This has been a really anticipated book for me for like a year because it's the sequel to These Broken Stars. And it's so good. It's like space and cool people in space. So, yeah. Next I read I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. At my last video, my book haul, I talked a lot about this, so I mean, watch that if you want to hear me go on and on about it. And I mean, I don't know, it just, it was so good. I read this in like a day, maybe 2 days, because it's a decent size, but it's just so good that I just like, I went through it so quickly. So, I mean, you know, whatever. After that, I read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I texted my really good friend of mine right after I finished this, and I told her that I was crying and that I couldn't function and I just couldn't believe what happened. And she told me, she didn't really like it. I loved it. So there's been a lot of mixed opinions on it, which I think is really cool. That means the book hit different bases with everybody. Can't say anything about it because there's not even a summary on it, because you just gotta go into it not knowing anything, and it's really, really good. The last thing I read this month was a trilogy, and that was the Dyer trilogy by Michelle Hodkin. How does one even explain Dyer? This one went a little bit into February, but you know what? I read most of it in January, so it's okay. It counts. I loved my experience reading them. I just laughed, and I got sad, and I fist pumped. I love Michelle Hodkin's writing so much. I love how witty she is, but how artistic she is with the way she writes and the way she describes things. I love the way she incorporates modern culture and current events and everything with this. Like, it's such a dark story, but she makes it so funny. But it was really funny. I've laughed so many times in these books where it's so dark and like scary. She makes it so witty and so funny, and it was so much fun to read. Even though it was a depressing subject, it was enjoyable. I didn't get sad once. When I read The Catcher in the Rye, I got really depressed. But when reading about a depressing subject, she kept it light and funny, and that was really like applause on her part. Wow. They're so good. They're so good. So these are all the books that I read this month. I mean, I think it was a pretty good reading month, given changing of semesters and finals. I enjoyed every one of these books. Like, I got lucky this month. I didn't read a book I didn't like, and I'm so excited to read more, because I have so many books now. I don't want to make a TBR video or anything. I never like making TBR lists. I kind of just like to do whatever I'm in the mood for, and I don't know, it makes it so much more enjoyable for me to not have to go strictly by a list, so yeah. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching, and tell me if you read any of these books recently, because I really want to talk to someone about them, because none of my friends have really read any. So my one friend read this and she didn't even like it. So please tell me if you've read any of these, because I want to talk to someone about it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!